Well, developing right now, we're just days away from a new president and what's promised to be the biggest deportation effort in U.S. history. Sources tell CBS News sanctuary cities like Chicago will be targeted as early as Tuesday. Local leaders and immigrant rights groups met this morning in the Pilsen neighborhood to make sure the community is prepared. Our Noel Brennan was there.
There are good days and bad, Mari Rodriguez says. But she's grateful for every day she works, selling tamales to the Pilsen community. She migrated from Venezuela and has been in Chicago just a year. Mari admits she's fearful about what might happen Tuesday if immigration and customs enforcement officers arrive in Chicago as promised by President-elect Trump's border czar.
We're going to start right here in Chicago, Illinois.
This community has been the subject of attacks and immigration raids going back to the 1960s. The current threats are nothing new.
Local leaders joined immigrant advocates Saturday to reassure and remind the undocumented community of their rights.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to not open the door. You have the right to ask to speak to an attorney.
The reminder comes just a day after a Wall Street Journal report cited sources claiming up to 200 ICE officers are coming to Chicago.
Right now, there is no official statement or order that raids are going to be taking place. Do we expect additional agents to be sent here? Of course. Starting perhaps on Tuesday, we don't know. It's going to take time. The important thing is to remain calm, as Chicago has done when tested in other times as well.
ICE raids happened in Chicago in 2018, but in 2022, the American Civil Liberties Union settled a lawsuit with the Department of Homeland Security that changed how ICE can work in Illinois.
Well, ICE should not be going up to random people on the streets and asking to see their documentation, and that's why it's important that people know that they have the right to remain silent if ICE does do that.
The message in this room is not to be afraid, but be prepared.
Regardless of your legal status, you have rights.
Noel Brennan, CBS News, Chicago.
Our thanks to Noel. The Resurrection Project, a nonprofit, set up a hotline to help families. They're affected by an ICE raid, and they wanted to make sure everyone had it. It's on your screen. It is 855-435-7693. Responding to reports of looming ICE raids in Chicago, Governor J.B. Pritzker also tried to reassure people on X, formerly known as Twitter. He posted, "Every family and child deserves to feel safe and secure in the place they call home. Every resident of Illinois should know their rights." Included in this post, a link to those rights, advice, and a phone number for legal help.